Hey everyone, it's Lee, aka Regicidal, and I'm here with the 5th episode of Let's Play Runescape. In the last episode, you learned how to level up each skill on the right-hand side of your skill tab, and today you'll be learning how to level up the combat stats. So log in and let's begin. As you can see, I have a Squeal of Fortune ready to go, so let's test our luck today. Stop the button whenever, and we'll see if we get anything good to help us on our journey. And we receive 50 GP, so we'll claim that, and that'll go right into our money pouch, and that's it. I actually got this small lamp from the Squeal of Fortune about 2 days ago, so let's open that up and see what we can level up to aid our journey. And I'm gonna pick, let's do something we haven't done, rune crafting. We'll do rune crafting. Alright, so now today we'll be learning about the combat stats. We have attack, strength, defense, range, prayer, magic, and constitution. To start off, we're gonna go to the bank and get the armor and weapons we have out of our bank. We're going to take out the bronze armor that my friend traded me, and we're going to take out Reese's sword as well. And we'll also take out our sling for later purposes, and our Caitlyn staff. We're going to take out a few food, just so we don't die on our journey, and that's about it. So, there we go. We're all ready to start combat, so let's equip our armor right here. We've got some bronze armor, and we've got the Reese's sword. We can go over to the chickens if you want to start right away. You can do when you start off at level 3, so no matter where you go you can train pretty well, because cows are level 2, goblins are level 2, and chickens are level 1. So I suggest going to chickens when you first start, because they're low defense and they don't hit very high on you, so they're a pretty foolproof way to train. So here's the chicken coop right here. You just run over the bridge from Lumbridge Castle, and you run about north, and then you should end up at the chicken coop, which is right here. Which also, for the cook's assistant quest, if you do that later on, there is a super large egg here that is required for that quest. So to kill chickens, all you do is click on them, and you will start. Now remember, I told you that whatever you click right here is what you will train. So right now we're training strength. So we'll switch to attack, I guess. We'll do attack for a little bit. Now right now I'm training attack. As you see, the attack button came up, and before I was training strength, where the strength button came up. Also, to train prayer, which is this skill right here, you can take the bones that people drop, and you can bury them. When you bury them, you will gain some prayer XP, and we got I wonder if it'll sprout. Now let's continue to kill chickens. All you do is click on them and you kill them. They don't hit you very much, because once again they're level 1, so they're not very strong, and you're level 4, and we have 2 defense, so that helps out a little bit. And when you kill them, you just can loot the chicken, or whatever it drops. You can take the raw chicken to gain cooking XP, you can take the feathers for selling, and you can take the bones to gain prayer XP. So chickens are a pretty good way to level up a lot of things and gain some money, because feathers are pretty good money if you're a low level person. So as I see right here, it's 390 coins for every 15 you get, and every chicken either drops 5 or 15 feathers, so right there is a good amount of profit. Right now we're going to work on getting level 3 attack. While you train attack, strength, defense, range, and mage, your constitution also gets trained, but it's at a slight different rate. It's a 3-to-1 ratio between these, so when you train attack and say you get 30 XP in attack, you will get 10 XP in constitution. They do that so that it's all evened out. So when you get 99 attack, you won't get 99 constitution as well. You'll actually have to level up all of your stats so that you can get your constitution to 99. Now, as you see, I just got 3 attacks, so let's say if we want to keep our account balanced, then we would switch to strength, and we would be able to train again, but with the strength style. And now that we leveled up a little bit, we're going to head down to the cows. Now the cows are directly across from the chicken pen. All you have to do is walk through the fence, and you will be inside the cow pen, and you can just start attacking the cows the same way as you were to train on the chickens. Now, these have more life points since they're level 2, and they're also more aggressive than the chickens, so they will hurt you more than the chickens did, but you will also be able to get more XP from them than you did from the chickens. So this is actually a better training spot, because you can get faster XP here. So as you see, we just got 3 strength, and now we're going to switch to defense, because we want to keep everything level like we said. Now the cows drop cow hides, which will also be used for crafting in the next episode. They drop also Staff of Airs, as you see right there. So we just got a Staff of Air, apparently. We can pick up the cow hides and the bones. The bones are still used for prayer, like in the chicken coop. So we can bury those. And the cow hides we'll keep for a later episode when I teach crafting and rune crafting. So that'll be in the next episode. But as you see right now, we're training defense. As you see, we're on the block attack style. So the stab right here, it says attack XP under stab. The block says defense under stab. Aggressive and slash both say strength, because they both have the strength option. So that is how you train the different kind of attack styles. I know a lot of people when they first start off, they just put on the stab one right here and they're just like, oh, let's train this, and they just think they're leveling up their combat, but they don't know that they're only leveling up attacks. So it's a good thing to know that you can change attack styles and level up the different combat stats by using this. I think we need 2 more bones to level up prayer, and there we go. We got 3 defense. We'll switch to strength so that we don't level up anymore. And now that we've reached the 5 combat milestone, we've gotten 3 in attack, strength, defense, 2 in range, 2 in mage, and 10 in hit points. And we got the 5 milestone, and this player, Pigster732, just said grats, so the main thing would be to say thank you back. So thank you. And we're also going to level up prayer right now with burying this bone. So we're going to bury this bone and get 2 prayer, and there you go, we just got 2 prayer. As you level up prayer, you'll get more prayer points, and you'll unlock new prayers which help you in battle. So as you see, the next one is at level 4, Burst of Strength, which increases your strength by 5%, and we're only level 2 right now. But we can currently use Thick Skin, which increases our defense by 5%. So as we get better with prayer, we'll have more helpful prayers to help us along the way in combat. And now we're going to move on to range. So for range, you can either take your sling out, which you get from Kaylee from that quest that we did, the Blood Pact, or as you saw before, I got one from a cow drop. So you can get a sling in many ways. But to train range, one of the best ways, first of all, you don't want to wear melee armor when you do range. You want to wear range armor. But we have no range armor at the moment, so we're just going to wear nothing, because the bronze actually would decrease your range accuracy, and you wouldn't be able to hit it as often. So to train range, you can actually trap these goblins behind the fence. So right now, you just saw me trap the goblin behind this fence, and you can easily train range without getting hurt or damaged. So right now, I'm just throwing my rocks from the sling at the goblin, and that's training my range, as you see right here. So this is an easy way to get up range when you first start. Obviously this isn't good XP as you go on, but as a beginner, this is pretty good method. This is a pretty good method. They drop coins, bones, goblin mails for various quests, and they don't drop anything significant for money. They drop clue scrolls, but that's pretty hard to come by, and you have to be a member to do those. But I'd suggest for any training method, the cows are the best way of money, because that they drop the cow hides. And the cow hides are 450 GP each, so they're the best money out of all the free-to-play things. Let's kill one more and get 3 range. And there we go, 3 range. So there's something we can be happy about. After a few goblin kills with the sling, we achieved 3 range. Now that we've learned how to train attack, strength, defense, range, and prayer, we're going to work on magic. Now magic is trained the same way as range. We're going to go behind the fence post and kill goblins. But it's different because we don't use a bow and arrows, we use runes and a staff. Now, just like before, we're not going to be using the bronze armor because that's only good for melee. It lowers our range accuracy, it lowers our magic accuracy. So we're going to want to wear robes in this situation, and if you're ranging, you want to wear leather armor. So now that we know a little bit about magic, we're going to go over here, and we're going to go back to our spot where we were ranging. And basically, I equipped Caitlyn's staff from the quest we did, the Blood Pact, and it acts as an air staff, which means unlimited air runes. So as you see here, the level 1 wind rush spell. Has infinite next to their 2 requirement to cast a spell. So we're gonna hit auto cast on this. Normally you can just hit cast and keep using cast on the monster, but auto cast does it automatically. So now that we're auto cast on this spell, we're gonna attack the goblin. And as you see, I'm behind here, perfectly safe, and the goblin's stuck, and we can just train magic right here. So it doesn't matter what you're on this because it goes right to the spell book. It doesn't count as any of these, but if you were to click one of these, you would be training attack, strength, or defense. So right now we're just training magic by casting the spell over and over again on the goblin. As you see, the hit splats come up with a little mage symbol, as when range, it was a range symbol, and as the other ones, it was another symbol. So it's pretty slow at start because we're not hitting very good with the lowest spell, and we don't have robes, but we are hitting it, and we are training our magic skill. So this is probably the easiest way to train magic when you're a low level, because you have no other spells than this one and this one. But mind runes are hard to come by unless you buy them in the Grand Exchange. But I found a pair of mind runes while killing a goblin, so I'm going to show you this spell. You can auto cast Wind Strike if you have mind runes, and it's a little bit better than the Wind Rush because it's more powerful than it. But we're going to kill this one right here behind the fence. And we're going to show that the Wind Strike spell is a little bit better than the Wind Rush spell. As you see, I'm hitting 16s now, and I'm hitting much better than I was before, and more accurate. So this spell is obviously better, but once again, this spell is only air runes, so you can just cast it with Caitlyn's staff. This requires mind runes to cast, so they're hard to come by. But as you see, we got 3 magic, so that's how you train magic. And as you move on, you can cast other spells to train it. So like there's a Camelot teleport, say when you hit level 45, you can teleport back and forth to Camelot and just gain XP for that. You can train with high level alchemy, which most players do, all you have to do is have one nature rune and a fire staff or fire runes, and you get a bunch of items noted, and you cast high level alchemy on them over and over again, and you will get money for your items, but you will gain a lot of magic XP as well. Now that we've leveled up all of our stats all the way to 3, we're going to check what we can do in all of them. We obviously can't do anything with attack, strength, and defense at level 3 because the next thing is level 5. You've already stated that in another video. So right now we're just going to skip through this. Steel armor's at 5 for defense, so we're almost there. With range, I don't think we can do anything either. Yeah, 5 is an oak bow, so we can't do much there. Prayer, we haven't unlocked a new prayer yet, but we can get the ability to repair someone else's gravestone, which is pretty cool. And lastly, we have magic, and we unlock the spell Confuse. So there you have it. Now we've leveled up everything on the combat tab. We only haven't leveled up Constitution, but we'll get to there eventually. Like I said, it's a 3-to-1 ratio when you're training the other stats, so it's pretty slow to level up, but in the end it's worth it because you get more life points up here. So say if I level up to 11 hit points, I'll have 110 hit points up here. Constitution is a very helpful skill, but so is all the combat stats because it's what you use to fight. So in general, all the combat stats are pretty easy to level up. As you get higher, it obviously gets harder, but all you want to do is start off with a strong base and keep going. And that concludes this episode of Let's Play RuneScape. You learned how to train all of your combat stats: attack, strength, defense, constitution, range, magic, and prayer. And in the next episode, you'll be learning how to train crafting, runecrafting, and dungeoneering. Also, this week we'll have an episode on Saturday. I know I didn't have one last time because I was working on another video, but this week we'll resume the Saturday episodes. And lastly, some of you were asking for me to go a little bit more into detail about some of the things I'm teaching, but what I'm trying to do is simply show people the absolute basics so that when they start, they're not completely lost, but they're also not flooded with information. I'm just trying to show the basics so that no one can get confused and you can also learn stuff on your own, because I'm just trying to help you through the beginning stages, not through the whole game, because obviously I'm not going to be able to hold your hand throughout the whole thing. I just want to point everyone in the right direction. So anyways, I'll see you guys Saturday. Later, everyone.